Hairbrain Comedy presents.
We are picking fights, UFC 275. Ton of fun. We call it that because all of the fighters together on this card weigh exactly 1 ton. It's a good card, just a tiny card. I wonder if that has to do with Singapore. You think the smaller fighters are a Singapore thing or just happenstance?
I do not have shame, DJ. I have no fucking idea where Singapore is.
I would be lying if I said I could identify it confidently on the map.
In my view, Singapore and Thailand are the same place.
Well, they're not.
Are we sure?
Well, I don't know. I've never been to either, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. How do I not know who Jack Della Mandolina and Ramazan Emeev are? Have they been hiding or just fighting in Thailand or Singapore, which might be the same place?
Yeah, I don't know because I do not know who these guys are either.
I think this Della Mandolina, maybe it might just be the Mandela effect telling me I've heard stuff about him. I don't know. But I think this is a guy that they want to win. I think he's part of the whole Oceania Australian push. A lot of great fighters are coming out of there. A lot of eyes are on him. And I think they're going to try to get Mandolina a big showcase knockout.
Boy, 11-2, 18% KO record.
Those two losses were his first 2 fights.
Yes. Okay. And then he's fighting a guy who, has lost more than he's won recently, and goes to the fucking decision all the time. And he's Dagestani, so I'm going to just assume that he's friends with Khabib, and that's how he got a contract, and that they're just riding this thing out.
I think you're right. He's one of those guys that was kind of brought over in what was essentially like a bulk purchase of Dagestanis.
Yes, and
they're not all winners, man.
Shouldn't be on the main card. I mean, I think that's pretty definite.
Want to talk about maybe shouldn't be on the main card? Flyweight fight. Yeah. Rogerio Bontorin taking on Manel Cape, Starboy, number 8 and 14 at flyweight. Jasper, yes. Instead of picking who's going to win this fight, let's pick a way to make flyweight fights more interesting.
Okay. You going to go first, or am I going to
go? I'm going to say make them fight on a bridge like in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, how high? How high is the bridge?
It doesn't have to be that. Not like Mortal Kombat. No spikes on the bottom. Just 8 feet. 8 feet in the water. I'd watch that.
Okay. Is it 2D or 3D?
Don't care.
Okay. I'm going to say, have you seen them videos in Russia where they literally had dudes fight inside a phone booth?
Ooh, like it. Yeah.
But I want their flyweights, so like maybe just like a mason jar.
That could work. Work.
Tinkerbell them both into a mason jar.
Shake it up.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd watch that.
Okay. Done.
Zhang Wiley. Zhang?
I don't know.
Regardless, she is taking on Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
I just call her Joanna.
Even casual fight fans will remember the image that Zhang left on Joanna's noggin.
Yes.
Left her looking like the Elephant Man. She looked like the Nosferatu monster.
She looked like that dude that tackled Dave Chappelle.
She looked like Sloth. Joanna reminds all of us of like our crushes on a buddy's older sister. She's the girl on the bus that you like. There's something edgy about her. Like does that make sense? It's a weird type of.
You see in Joanna's bra sitting on the laundry basket when you go over to your buddy's house?
Yeah, like there's just I am much older than she is, but there's just one of those. I was like, oh no, I've had a crush on her since I was 12 years old.
Is it because she's mean?
Maybe
maybe she's a bully.
Yeah, it could just be that she gives that vibe that she'd like to punch me in the mouth. I think she's gonna get beat up in this fight.
Zhang gets outworked in technique, but she's fast and fucking strong, and her punches just do more damage.
I think Zhang's gonna swell her head up again and then bust it like Gallagher.
I don't want to see Joanna go out like that, but I would. But if somebody's going to go out, I think Joanna's already done more. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking two champs though. I mean,
So since their last fight, Joanna hasn't done anything, and Zhang has just lost twice. Flyweight, the championship,
yes.
Valentina Shevchenko, the champion, all the way from Kyrgyzstan, taking on Talia Santos. Number 4 in the division.
Sure.
I don't see any weaknesses in Shevchenko's game.
No. And look, do we want to keep a trend going where we said there was no way that the Lioness was going to lose to Pena? We said there was no way Thug Rose was going to lose to Esparza. And I'm still saying no fucking way the Bullet loses to Santos. I've never learned a lesson by being wrong, DJ.
Fair enough. I'm not going to encourage you to start now. I'm betting the Bullet. Light heavyweight championship.
Yes.
Glover Teixeira versus Yuri Prohaska.
Light heavyweight is the best fucking division.
Real good, man. It's real good. And this showcases just what light heavyweight can bring. We have Teixeira, who is an all-arounder, a grappler, and just a tough guy. Just a tough dude.
Yes.
Not a bully, not a lunatic, doesn't lose his, just tough. Like, just grit tough.
Yes.
And then we have him taking on a guy who is flashy and awesome and powerful.
Yes.
Like two different fighters, totally different, beautiful style matchup.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. This is one of the few fights where I don't care who wins. They both have good stories, and either one I'm happy with. You have Teixeira, a lifelong journeyman who gets a title at 42, the oldest first-time champion ever.
Yes.
And not like a paper champion. He's having the best fights of his career right now. Like, I think him at 42 might be able to beat up him at 37.
Yeah.
And then you have, how can you not love Yuri? He's like watching Sagat if he wasn't one of the bad guys on Street Fighter. Like, if you were allowed to cheer for him, if he was from a country you knew better. Like, he's so tough. He throws those high knees. First off, he's a giant light heavy.
Yes.
I expect him to probably drift into heavy later in his career.
This fight reminds me of when Randy Couture fought Vitor Belfort the first time.
That's a good comparison.
Because he just beat him by being grittier. Holding the back of his head and fucking punching him.
I think Glover Teixeira looks like the sandwich you would get from Burger King if you ordered the Junior Dos Santos.
Glover Teixeira goes for a takedown. Yuri shucks him off, and before Glover can reset, Yuri blasts him with a combination, and Glover's out.
If Teixeira can get him into the 4th round and get him a little tired,
that's got to be the game plan, right?
He might be able to get him on his belly and get that rear naked choke.
Yes, it could happen. I'm not ever going to count Glover Teixeira out ever again, but at some point, Father Time is going to fucking beat him.
I'm also going to say I think it is impossible to defend a title as hard as you chase it. I'll pick Glover just to disagree with you because you're picking Yuri.
All right.
Yeah, I'll pick it just to make it interesting.
I think that's our only disagreement on this fight card.
No, I said Jack Della never existed, and you said he existed in a different universe.
Okay, yes.
Well, that's picking fights for UFC 275 with DJ Dangler and the world famous
Jasper T. Colbaire.